Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is lesson number 2 of the Yang Style Tai Chi 40 form and 108 form, where we're doing single whip. We're going to turn around from grasp the sparrow's tail, which we completed in the last lesson, and perform single whip, which is the first time we'll be seeing the technique of pluck used formally in the form. If you're new to the channel, I'm Dr. Todd Martin, creator of the Tai Chi Code, where I'm going through the actual core waist movements. How do we rotate the waist? How do we power from the hips to perform each of the movements in Tai Chi? So let's go ahead and get started. We concluded the last lesson at the end of Grasp the Sparrow's Tail, where we did the push to end the motion. Now we're going into turning around and doing single whip, which I'll demonstrate first. There's another version of single whip that is performed slightly differently. After we step out, instead of rotating and pushing down and pushing forward, we step out and just shift forward and then finish the motion like that. There's a slight difference between the two, and I'll explain the core mechanics as we go along. But let's start off with the first version. The first action from the push is to sink back and drop the palms to parallel and raise the toes of the right foot by the time you get back to your sitting position on the left leg. Then we're going to turn the waist all the way around as far as you can go, and the foot should turn in approximately 90 degrees or maybe even a little bit further. Then we're going to begin to make a crane's beak with the right hand and turn over the left palm as we shift back, keeping our gaze angled this way. After we've shifted all the way back to the rear leg, we're going to project the crane's beak out before stepping up with the left leg. Once the crane's beak is projected, we're going to step through empty stance and circle it around to place the heel. Then we're going to square up, push down, deflecting down with the left palm, and then shifting forward in single whip. And as we perform the single whip, you should feel an expansion of your left palm going out that way and expansion of your right palm going out this way. So you should really feel like an elongation of the torso into the arms like that. Now let's talk about what's happening with the waist as we do this, and then I'll also focus on what's happening with the hips. From this position here in push, this is the technique in Tai Chi of push. We are generating force from the glutes on the left side, pushing off the ground, and we're turning the left upper waist forward, and we're turning the left lower abs backward. So the lower abs are turning back and they're also tucking the pelvis on the left. That's what the lower abs do. So think about tucking, using the lower abs on the left as you are pushing off the ground with the glutes on the left, and then turning the waist forward on the left. And that's what's projecting your left hand, but because of the position we started in, it's also going to project the right hand. But the energy is coming from the left side here. Now we're going to shift back, and this is setting up the turn. I'm turning the upper and lower waist to the left as I shift back, and I'm flexing my right hip to create the power. So think about turning the entire waist to the left. That's prepping the turn. We're not yet turning around because the hip flexion is pulling us back in the other direction. but it allows us to unroot the right leg and prepare to turn around. So we have the sinking back, and then now I'm going to simply extend from the right glutes, and that's going to push the body around in the turn. My upper and lower waist are turning to the left. I'm extending my right hip. Now I'm going to shift back, and this is the first time we're going to see pluck. Making the crane's beak and shifting back, turning the body. But we're not fully turning the body. We have energy that's still going that way from the upper waist. I turned around this way with the upper waist, and I'm continuing to turn that way as I push off the left hip, pushing off the ground. And I'm only going to turn the lower waist to the right as the upper waist continues turning to the left. That's what's creating the energy to fold my hand into the crane's beak and keep attention going this way. That's the motion. My upper waist is still turning to the left. That is pluck. And pluck often will cause the hand to fold like this into the crane's beak, or sometimes it'll create a fist, and it's creating what's called a plucking action. Imagine plucking an apple off of a tree like that. But we're doing it with the waist and hip energy only reflecting in the hands. So if I put my hand around the apple and I extend from the hip and turn like that, that's what's forcing the snap closed of the hand, not just wrist action like this. So it's an internal energy reflecting. So it's internal energy reflecting into the arm and into the hand. So that's the pluck. Now, one more motion of the upper waist. I'm going to turn from left, turning to the right, and that's what's going to extend the crane's beak out. So I'm turning to the left. Now I'm turning to the right with the upper waist. Lower abs the whole time are turning to the right, so I can put the root on the right leg, freeing up the left leg from the ground to prepare to step. So we have pluck. Then I turn the upper waist this way. That's the core technique in the Tai Chi Code of shoulder strike. The upper and lower waist are turning in the opposite direction from the extending hip. We'll see that used formally in the next movement, in the next lesson, which is raise hands and shoulder strike. Now we're going to step up and around, placing on the heel. That's going to use a combination of two different movements we've used already multiple times in our stepping actions in the previous lessons. We are stepping up initially by flexing the left hip, rooting the right, and turning the upper waist towards the left. That's the initial part of the step up. And then I turn back to the right, and that finishes the step out. Flexion of the left hip, upper and lower waist are turning to the right. That's the step out. From here, I'm going to square up by turning the upper waist to the left, and then now I'm going to push down off of the left hip extending. This is the same push that we used prior to the forward push in grasp the sparrow's tail from the previous lesson, but we only have one arm forward. So we're pushing down like this, and then we're going to extend the right hip, and that turns push into pluck. So this is pluck here, energetically, the same as this motion here was pluck. It's just the reverse energy from the waist and the hips. In this situation, I'm extending my right hip, and the upper waist is turning to the right, coming around this way, and the lower abs are turning to the left. And that's what's creating that motion here. In the walking code, I call it reach, because we can use it just to reach out with the hand like this, but in Tai Chi energy terms, this is pluck, but done from this position. When we do the alternative version that I showed, what we're doing is, let's get back to here, we step up and around, and then now instead of turning and pushing down, we're simply going to shift forward. This forward shift is the Tai Chi technique of split. We're flexing the right hip using the waist action on the left. So the same motion we did in parting the wild horse's mane at the end, but we're doing it from this position and it just creates a forward shift. And then now we change the right hip from flexion to extension, and that finishes off the motion, causing the palm to turn from in to out. That motion is not a motion of the hand, it's generated from the hip. Hip flexion of the right, hip extension of the right. Changing split into pluck. Now I'm going to go through the movement from the end of Grasp the Sparrow's tail through the finish of single whip. And I'm going to call out the core techniques with each one of the movements. The core techniques, again, are my personal interpretation of the waist and hip actions correlated with the 8 energies of Tai Chi. So keep in mind, this is my personal analysis, and I do believe it is useful to think of it in this way, because it does create a concrete way of understanding what's happening rather than just relying on the visual. So we had push, we sink back, which is elbow strike, we turn around, which is shoulder strike, then pluck, then shoulder strike, then split, elbow strike, split, push, and pluck. When we did the alternative version, this all started the same way, and from shoulder strike, we did split, elbow strike, split, coming off the right hip, and then pluck. If you're enjoying these lessons, make sure to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment and let me know how this is landing for you. This is a very unique analysis. You're not going to get it anywhere outside of the Tai Chi Code course. So if you're interested in further information on Tai Chi or walking technique, highly recommend jumping over to my website and signing up for the Tai Chi Code course and the Walking Code course.